Hello everybody, I'm back again for my 2008 Armageddon predictions. I usually like the Armageddon pay-per-view out of the worst, or it's the best out of the worst WWE pay-per-views. If it isn't in the top four, this is my next pick for what will be good. Now you have 6 matches on here. I'm thinking there's probably going to be an impromptu, maybe a seventh match. I'm doing this before Friday, meaning when SmackDown comes on. I didn't really get a chance to look at the spoilers to see what matches were going to be made. But then you have, I'm hoping there will be at least a Beth Phoenix Melina women's match on here, because there is no women's matches that stand so far. I'm gonna go list. Well, I'm gonna go list on from this dirt sheet what it actually says the matches are. You have Finlay versus Mark Henry. This to me, it'll probably be the worst match of the night. If not, that award goes to Batista. But I'm definitely gonna say this is the worst match. Probably the first match of that too. If not the ECW Championship. So I'm going for this match to be the first match of the night. Finlay versus Mark Henry. Not much to really say about these two. They've been feuding for a while, adding Hornswoggle into the mix. Definitely got to take into account Tony Atlas, who's been kind of on the receiving end of some words by Mark Henry, still saying that he's not good enough, and saying that he's only allowed to carry his bags and not able to get into the ring. So on this one, I'm going to have to say Mark Henry's going to get the win, unfortunately. They're still trying to build him as a credible monster. Basically better than they're doing with Kane at any time. Next match will probably be the ECW Championship match between Matt Hardy and Vladimir Kozlov. Now, I really don't have a huge problem with Kozlov. I actually kind of like Kozlov, except for the fact that the match has to be right with this particular kind of style that he wrestles. He should be wrestling as a brawler, which fits his personality, things like this. Showing that he's not here for a typical wrestling match. He's here to basically dominate all the competition any way that he can, which is what a top monster heel should be doing. Fortunately, they don't have him doing that most of the time. He's usually trying to wrestle this technical style with Triple H that I've seen that I really can't say that I liked. But if he actually does the brawler style and Matt Hardy sticks to his usual stuff, then I'd say it'd be a decent match of the night. It won't be a top-rated match of the night. Definitely something that people might want to see. This one I'm going to say Matt Hardy. It could go either way, but I'm hoping Matt Hardy does retain, so there's a little bit more of an effort from a guy like Kozlov, whose last attempt at a push towards the title was kind of sad. And I'm not even sure why they're throwing the ECW Championship at him so quick. They are going to hand it to him next. I was hoping to be a Swagger or a Dreamer, some of that line, so I am picking Matt Hardy to come out with the win on this one. Be it hook or crook, he's going to come out as the champion. You have the WWE Intercontinental Championship #1 Contenders Tournament final between CM Punk and Rey Mysterio. This is going, in my opinion, will be the match of the night. The styles work so good together. They've had matches before. I've seen them before. Not in the WWE ring, but in other places. Now you have this current storyline with sort of CM Punk and William Regal. So it only makes sense that CM Punk would win this. But do take into account that Rey Mysterio will look very strong, or look decently strong to this match, and not the typical underdog fashion that he usually goes by. So I'm picking CM Punk to actually get the win here and go on to face Regal. I was actually hoping that they would actually do the finals instead of doing that damn moment. That to me wasted a lot of time. I was hoping it would be this. I really didn't want to see that damn moment from Raw. I would have preferred Rey Mysterio for that, for especially a 3-hour special. I'll get to 3-hour specials in my next video. That's a big topic to me. So, like I said, CM Punk to go on to face William Regal at whatever pay-per-view, whether it be the Royal Rumble or whether it be on Raw. I'm hoping it'd be a pay-per-view like the Royal Rumble, so they will have time to actually build it up into a decent feud, utilizing both of the men properly. instead of just a throwaway match on Raw and all this other BS. Next match, you got Batista versus Randy Orton, a match I was hoping that they would save for WrestleMania, because this needs so much build-up, and the build-up's really in the stars, as anybody say. You don't really need to add too much to it, except probably Batista's lack of in-ring ability. But besides that, these two, the history behind the whole thing can basically sell the match in itself. That's what they're attempting to do, but it's not really coming off as well as they probably want it to, in my opinion. As well as it should be coming off, and how the steam it needs to head into something. I'm hoping it would be a WrestleMania instead of just ending here at an Armageddon. That might just be me. You have the, who's the winner? Batista. He's probably whining and crying. I've been pinned 3 or 4 times in the last 4 weeks. He needs the victory, I guess, to make Randy Orton look more like a bitch, so that he can continue to do what he does best. Continue to gain titles without even being that great of a superstar to begin with. So I'm going to pick Batista to win the title. Or not the title, to beat Randy Orton at Armageddon. Now you have this triple threat WWE Championship match. Now you have Edge, who is the champion, facing Jeff Hardy, facing Triple H. I know the spoilers match. I'm not going to give it up. I will say, my prediction is Edge will retain. I'll leave it at that. There's nothing more to this. This seems like a decent match. What's going to come to it is still going to be a decent match, in my opinion. So I'm hoping that they could pull something through decently good and probably lead to a Jeff Hardy Edge feud and get Triple H out of the title picture. I'd like to see an Edge versus Jeff Hardy at like a WrestleMania, a full-fledged on match. Basically, you know, I'd like to see all those guys from the TLC matches finally have singles matches together. I think it'd be a good thing, in my opinion. Then you have the World Heavyweight Championship match between John Cena versus Chris Jericho. This is a meme, or does when John Cena, when he just returned, it pissed me off to the max. How this man can come back from an injury, stronger than he's ever been in his entire career, destroyed Jericho twice, 2 times on Raw. I did not watch the end of Raw yesterday, but I did watch it the other 2 times, and I saw him destroy Chris Jericho, absolutely destroy him until they went off of the air. The next week, he destroyed him again until he had to be saved by Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, and Manu, showing that Chris Jericho is looking really weak, and he is the heel who should be looking at least decently strong going into this. In this, it really doesn't even look like he compares to a guy like John Cena, with the incredible amount of speed he's going into this with this. If he were to get the win on this, it would be complete BS. And my opinion would probably end in a no DQ, something along that lines. But this will probably be the main event. I was hoping they'd use the build-up of him getting Chris Jericho fired and this kind of things. That may have happened, I don't know. There's a lot of history that they should be bringing back up with this that occurred 3 or 4 years ago. So that's my thoughts on Armageddon 2008. I'm still hoping that they put a Divas match, like a Melina and a Beth for the women's title. They have been building up to it, so I'm just hoping that. So that's my thoughts on that. Bye.